Obviously, there was no threat to Ms. Heard with that knife. It was about spilling my blood, because I thought that's what the only thing she didn't have at that point.
Johnny Depp testified in a libel trial last week to establish whether Amber Heard defamed him in a newspaper op-ed in 2018. But not only has she come out to testify to the violence she experienced, but he's also debated all the lies that Amber has told over the last few years. Depp has testified about anything from taking pharmaceuticals as a child to suffering a near mental breakdown, in which he used his severed finger to draw in his blood on the walls to remember his ex-alleged wife's lies. Everything had been highly dramatic, but what has Johnny testified about? What were the events he described that had an impact on his life and professional career? Stay tuned for further information.
By the way, I'm sorry that I didn't hit you across the face in a proper slap, but I was hitting you. It was not punching you. Babe, you're not punched.
The trial, according to Heard's lawyers, will be a mudslinging soap opera in which the real Johnny Depp will be revealed. Despite the public's focus on his drug use and violent text messages, Depp insists that he never assaulted Heard and that he's focused on telling the truth and not disappointing those who looked up to him. My goal is the truth because it killed me that all these people I'd met over the years, that these people would think that I was a fraud, Depp testified. According to Heard, she wrote an op-ed piece for The Washington Post in 2018 in which she referred to herself as a public figure symbolizing domestic abuse.
Is the Amber Heard that I knew for the first year and a half was not this opponent. It wasn't my girl. It was she had become my opponent, and everything that I did just didn't fit her.
It was a clear allusion, according to Depp's lawyers, to allegations made by Heard when she filed a restraining order against him in 2016. Depp was never mentioned by name. The claims and story, according to Depp, transformed him into a Hollywood outcast, denying him his part in the lucrative Pirates of the Caribbean film trilogy. According to Heard's lawyers, his opinion article was factually true and did not insult him. They alleged that Depp's bad behavior ruined his reputation and that the Walt Disney Company had intended to dismiss him from the Pirates of the Caribbean months before the article was released. But what does Heard actually claim? Heard has accused Depp of physically and sexually assaulting her numerous times before and during their brief marriage. Heard's claims of substance abuse were grossly overblown, according to Depp, who stated that he was never out of control during that period. They met in 2009, married in 2015, and divorced the following year. Heard's attorneys have highlighted many text messages Depp sent to friends detailing the large amounts of alcohol and drugs he consumed, at a time when he claimed he hadn't had a drinking problem. Depp attempted and lost a similar action against a publication in England. According to the judge, Depp mistreated Heard on a dozen occasions and put her in fear of her life. Heard testified later in the trial. Depp and Heard met while filming The Rum Diary, a 2011 Depp-produced film based on an unpublished Hunter S. Thompson piece discovered by Depp while digging through Thompson's archives. According to Depp, Heard was the exact depiction of Chanot, the book's femme fatale character. That's the Chanot that Hunter wants. Depp recalled, "Yep, she could definitely kill me." They started dating a few years later, with Depp portraying their early relationship as a traditional Hollywood romance.
By drawing a penis on it, didn't you?
I don't know about that. I don't remember drawing a penis on a painting.
Given the state you were in, it's entirely possible that you did that even if you don't remember it to this day, correct?
Drawing a penis on a painting was not the first thing on my mind.
Things in their marriage began to change when Depp felt he was suddenly simply mistaken about everything in Heard's eyes. According to Depp, Heard teased him, humiliated him, and chastised him. The insults turned into full-fledged circular disputes, according to Depp, with no way in or out. It was sort of a rapid-fire, sort of endless parade of insults, Depp recalled. According to Depp, Heard began physically attacking him shortly after. He claims she threw 2 bottles of vodka at him, one of which exploded, slicing his finger to the point of bone exposure. Depp claims he scribbled on his walls with his blood and recited lies he overheard Heard tell. Depp claimed he told physicians he'd injured himself to protect Heard at the hospital. Heard's attorneys claim he cut off his own finger. What transpired on a private flight Depp and Heard took from Boston to Los Angeles in 2014 when he was filming the mafia thriller Black Mass is one of the key points of disagreement. According to Heard, Depp allegedly assaulted her on the plane while blacked out intoxicated. Depp stated that in order to avoid her interrogation, he took 2 oxycodone tablets, admitting that he was addicted to the narcotic at the time, locked himself in the plane bathroom, and fell asleep. He claimed in court that all he did before boarding the plane was drink a glass of champagne. He did, however, text actor Paul Bettany about drinking half a bottle of scotch, 1,000 Red Bull vodkas, and 2 bottles of champagne before the flight. Depp texted Heard after the flight saying, "Once again, I find myself in a place of shame and regret," according to Heard's attorneys. "I must get better," he said. According to Heard's lawyers, Depp sent Bettany text messages in which he expressed a desire to kill and degrade Heard. "Let's drown her before we burn her," Depp wrote, after claiming he planned to burn her. "After that, I'll have her burned corpse afterwards to make sure she's dead." Depp apologized to the jury for the profanity, adding, "He went to dark places in the heat of the pain I was feeling." He also compared his writing to Thompson's gonzo approach, which frequently employed loud vocabulary and exaggerated themes.
My family, my friends, everyone around me saw all the bruises and broken blood vessel under my eye, the bruises on my head, the missing chunks of hair, the split lip, the black eye, the swollen nose, all that.
Depp's testimony has also included some humorous moments, despite the serious claims and filthy text messages read in court. "I mean, isn't happy hour anytime?" he said when asked if he would drink whiskey in the morning. When asked if he'd ever given Marilyn Manson medication, Depp replied that he'd given him a tablet to help him stop talking so much. Depp also revealed that he's never seen the 2003 hit Pirates of the Caribbean: The Curse of the Black Pearl, in which he featured as the crazy Captain Jack Sparrow. "I didn't see it, but, well, the film did pretty well, apparently," Depp stated when asked about the film's success. There's also the strange case of reported penis vandalism. Heard's lawyer repeatedly questioned Depp about drawing a penis on a painting in his house shortly after the actor claimed Heard severed his finger. Depp testified, "Drawing a penis on the painting was not the first thing on my mind." The trial is taking place at Fairfax County Circuit Court in Fairfax, Virginia. Tribe's attorneys requested that the case be heard in California, where the performers reside. However, because the Washington Post's online edition's computer systems are situated in Virginia, a judge determined that Depp was within his rights to pursue the complaint there. The lawsuit was filed in Virginia mainly because the statutes are more favorable to Depp's case, according to his lawyers. The trial is still ongoing, and all that remains is to wait for the verdict and see who wins. As one reporter put it, "Whoever wins in this trial, both have already lost," and he may be correct, because nothing will ever be the same for the actors after this trial, neither in their personal, private, or professional lives, especially with the Change.org petition to fire Amber from Aquaman 2. With all this information, and knowing that Johnny has suffered violence, and all the evidence that has been presented, what do you think? Do you really think Amber is lying, as Johnny says, or are they both telling the truth? The lawyers commented that only the one who has been lying should be unmasked, and that could be Johnny or Amber. What will happen in the remainder of the trial? This is all getting more and more interesting. Leave us your comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video.